Hey, so by popular request, um, this is what 10.5 freaking pounds of tomatillos comes down to when you make salsa. So it's kind of a mess. It's not the aftermath that you would get from like a rendering situation. It's not that big of a mess to clean up, but it is something, right? And it was over a few days. Oops, I got the fridge open. Oh, let me, I'll come back to that. So, it was over a few days, so it wasn't all at once. So what I did first was I took these tomatillos, I think I took a little bit of video of it. If I did, I'll use my nifty new editing software and put it in. So you husk them, you take the husk off of these guys, and then clean those up, cut them in, no, did I cut them in? No, I just roasted them in the broiler in the oven for a long time and flipped them once through the process. So I did that, and then it took, like, blackened them. That's what these little flecks are you can see in there. That's the blackened tomatillos. So then you do that and you let all that cool down. Meanwhile, you got some garlic sliced up real tiny and some white onion and some cilantro, and toss it all with a little bit of water, salt, and they said sugar, but I just used a little bit of Splenda into a blender or a food processor, and this is what you get as a result. This one I made for Consuelo. It doesn't have any onions or garlic or hot peppers in it, so she could just try it. It seems like the tomatillos are less acidic tasting than the tomatoes, which really tear apart. We get canker sores from eating those, but it's an interesting taste. I don't know if any of y'all have had it. I'm gonna give a couple of these. One to the neighbor that gave me the recipe. One to my other neighbor, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of them. But you can see it didn't make that much. Like, I was gonna try and can them, but I really don't want to go through the whole process just for 3 jars of something. So that's one of the things I've been, and what else is going over here? So I'll just show you what else is happening. I'm saving, these are fennel seeds. I've been drying those, and coriander seeds. These are some purple fountain grass seeds. So once those finish drying, I'll put them in envelopes and save them off for next year's plantings. And then some of the other stuff I've been doing in here is, of course, we got some beef heart for the girls that we're going to feed them. They already had some this morning, so they're good. But these are mostly different kinds of the cabbage sauerkraut that we've been making. You can see how much cream we keep in our refrigerator. It's just cream and meat, pretty much. But so these are some of the different, there's a thing of broth. Different cabbagey type of things, because these we really like. So I tried a bunch of different things. I learned things not to do for next year, like don't use the pickling salts in cabbage that you would with pickles, because the little giant, what are those called? The little cloves and whatnot, the little round things get stuck in between the leaves, and then you accidentally eat them. They don't taste good. So that's why you just use them with pickles. I hope that made sense. But this one's really good. I did it with like a smoked sea salt that I had. I like that one a lot. And then the other day I did these are just refrigerator pickled beets, but this is like most of the beets that I grew this year ended up in here. And we had, oh, sorry about the tomatillo on me. And we had a bowl of beets each for dinner the other night, which was hilarious. They tasted so sweet. Oh my God. Not good for us. That's just pure sugar. These are some pickled radishes I did a while back. I think there's some, what do we got in here? That's just some bacon fat. Oh, these are some of the green beans I grew. I put them in like a pickling situation. I haven't tried those yet. What's this? This is, hot peppers with smoked sea salt. We'll see how that turns out. More green beans. So just some of my little experimentations. These must be more radishes. Oh, and I just finished up. I did the cucumber refrigerator pickles. Those were really good. I ate all that jar pretty much. So that was good. Just with like white vinegar and a little bit of Splenda, I think. I forget what else was in there. But they're really quick and easy. but you can't leave them in there, forever. You have to eat them. So that's what's happening on the food front here, or whatever. I guess I also, and you can see our new fridge is in place, and there's where the old fridge was, where the floor was painted 20 years ago. So we've really downsized. So the renovation isn't really starting yet, but it'll happen. So I guess something, I hope I'm in the picture. Maybe not. Something I just wanted to mention about anonymous internet accounts. Like, as we all know, Anonymous was a woman. And I don't have a problem at all if you, for any reason, can't use your real name. I don't use my real name because I'm the only person with that name in the world, and it would be problematic. But I don't have a problem if people don't use their names or show their faces or even have their actual voices. What I have a problem with, I want to be real clear, is coming onto my channel, which is not exactly like a large internet platform. There's 315 of y'all, and one of them is my wife. So there's about 314 people I'm reaching. Coming onto my internet platform with an anonymous account to air your dirty laundry about someone else that is not me, okay? And when I tell you to stop doing that and to go to your own place and document this, because I can't have people posting wild accusations about just silly stuff on my channel. I resent that. I think it's manipulative on the part of anonymous commenters who, I don't know what your motivations are, because I don't fucking know you, okay? Which is fine. There's a lot of my commenters that I'm very fond of that I don't know, but they also aren't pulling stupid shit like this. And my favorite is then when you cycle up into your victim cycle in your little, to use Joanna Russ's term, trembling sister cycle, and tell me all about your illnesses and how you're so busy, and you couldn't possibly do this, and it's so much work to go and tell this story, and it's not just you, and how dare I? Honey, I don't have any power over you. I haven't thrown you off of anything. As a matter of fact, I let your shit stay up on my channel so everyone can read how ridiculous you're acting. Okay? You're not getting no platformed. You're not getting censored like some of my friends have been. You are playing the victim on my fucking channel, and I don't fucking appreciate it. And the most favoritist part to me is when you come on here and then you try and insult me by calling me that I'm using out of print second wave feminist literature written by someone who writes fantasy novels, a woman who's out of print. How dare she be out of... You know why she's out of print? Because Joanna Russ is a fucking genius. And I loved the female man as I was growing up. And then I discovered later the other feminist shit she had written, like all these feminist essays. And when I told you to go read Magic Mamas and Trembling Sisters and guess which one you are, I meant it. If you think that you can insult me by the fact that I'm going to cite until my deathbed second wave out of print feminists, you got another thing coming, and I don't think you've been paying attention. Okay? You're a ridiculous creature. You really are. You're a ridiculous creature to come on here and victim up. Make a podcast. I don't care. You know what? It's not my problem. And that is what you trembling sisters don't get. I'm not your mother. I'm not your magic mama. I ain't in charge of shit. Well, I mean, I guess I'm in charge of my chickens, and today I'm in charge of making sure that the tomatillo sauce gets made. Other than that, no. So maybe ovary up, get your shit together, and come back with a better attitude, or go somewhere the fuck else. Okay? Now, everybody else, you know I love you, and we've been having a good time in other people's live streams, and it's been awesome, and lots of stuff going on, and meeting sisters in person is so freaking great, and even in person over like Zoom or over other apps is great, and I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, and I'm so here for lifting each other up and helping each other go all the way to the end of our thoughts. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.